Hey, okay. The book that I want to talk about this week is called Confronting the Presidents by Bill O'Reilly and Martin Dugard. And so it's really interesting. I mean, there's there's voluminous documentaries and books on here's all the presidents of the United States and here's a little snippet of their life story and whatnot. And so, we've all read those or watched those kind of documentaries on the History Channel and, some are better than others, whatever. But this one I thought was good because it had a lot of insight, a lot of personal insights instead of just here's all the facts. I'm just gonna tell you one thing in particular that I thought was really cool. There was a president that was elected in 1880. He took office in March of 1881, which instead of January like it is now, it's March when the next president takes over. James Garfield, okay? And so we'd had this compromised president before that, a guy named Rutherford B. Hayes. Nobody's very excited about him. But then we had James Garfield. He comes in, he's president. The cool thing was, he was like the John F. Kennedy of his day. You think about some of the presidents in history that are really kind of cool and exciting, like Teddy Roosevelt, Franklin Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy, Ronald Reagan, some that have got kind of a lot of pizzazz and stuff like that. And you're like, yeah, they have that celebrity appeal. Barack Obama, certainly. Nobody's really excited about the prior president. Now you got a president in there that everybody's excited about. He's elected, he's doing great. The country's cool, we got a guy that shows well. He just looks the part, okay? He's all regal and presidential and all that stuff. He's been in office about 6 months, so now it's Saturday morning, and he decides he's going to go give a speech in his alma mater in Massachusetts, and then he's going to go and visit with his wife at the Jersey Shore. Didn't even have any Secret Service back then, didn't have any security, and he's leaving. He's going a little cart with the Secretary of State to the train station, and so he gets out, and then there is an assassin waiting for him. A guy that was just a failed kind of an anarchist dude that whatever, kind of a nutcase. But he was waiting for him. And just think about this. You got a guy that's kind of like a John F. Kennedy. He hasn't really had time to do a lot yet, but everybody's got high hopes and everybody's excited about this guy. But as he was walking through, he'd just gotten out of his car and he's beginning to walk through that train station on that morning. He got gunned down. And you would think that that after the Lincoln assassination that they would have known to have bodyguards for the presidents by that point. But they didn't. And I don't know why I guess they thought the Lincoln thing was a fluke because of the Civil War going on. But it certainly wasn't a fluke. It would just be literally about 20 years later when another president would get assassinated. But Abraham Lincoln's son was actually in the train station that day and saw the whole thing. And then that's pretty amazing. One of the most valuable traits I think anybody can have is storytelling. And knowing how to tell a good story, that's how you get your audience attention. And so anyway, this book, it wasn't so much the lessons of any one of these presidents. If I was going to learn a lesson from a president, I would probably want to have a whole biography on one president and just go through the whole thing, which I've done many times. But in this one, it was just it was picking the most interesting aspects of each of these presidents and just telling that little story. So telling a story is a pretty important thing. Thanks.